Good evening, councilors. I appear before you tonight to express my concerns about the mayor and current administration. I've known the mayor since I moved to Pueblo, and I have admired him. However, I've become concerned about the very interesting ways in which opportunities are provided in this community and the conflicts of interest that I perceive. So here in Pueblo, we have a large Hispanic population. There is a tow company in this town, and it's owned by a Hispanic lady. But that lady is not being allowed to participate in the Pueblo Police Department's rotation process for tows because her partner and employee was accused of a crime. Well, we have a lot of individuals in this community that are accused of crimes, but that doesn't preclude them from being able to get, if they know certain people, to be able to get contracts or to be able to be awarded business opportunities with the city of Pueblo. I do want to mention that, you know, it's interesting to me when we have $2 million in ARPA funds that go for a sewer line from the YMCA to a development, and the minority partner in this development is probably the largest contributor to the mayor's campaign. That concerns me. The mayor has defenders who will sit up on this dais and defend him and speak softly and act diplomatically, but they will turn a blind eye to some of the concerns that the citizenry have. We also have a situation where the report that the city paid for with regard to the police chief and his misconduct of $14,000 was never released by this mayor to the community. Why? Are we too stupid to be able to understand what is going on? No, it's special interests at work. We have a chief of staff for the mayor whose cousin was awarded $1 million on top of other funding for this community. And it's concerning to me that opportunities are not given to hardworking individuals who want to contribute in this community, who do not have generational wealth. The situation with Mr. Musso that you guys heard about here a couple of weeks ago is very concerning. Why that individual stood on the payroll of the city during the investigation is beside me. I don't know why he had to have been paid for that. I think, and you know, the indignant facial expressions, nonverbals that some of the commission, the council people want to engage in is disturbing to me, and I think it's disrespectful. I will tell you that we also have things like where we have individuals that are on certain foundations and they have great influence with the mayor, and their foundations are able to receive substantial funding. When we have, so it seems like to me like when I hear the term special interest, good old boys club here in Pueblo, it certainly seems to ring true these days. I tried to take the mayor at his word. I tried to appreciate the fact that he conducts himself in public as a gentleman. But I don't believe that that is the case. I believe that there are too many special interests. This $475,000 that went to the Pueblo Rescue Mission, I'm not sure if there is a conflict there, but there has to be something going on. I don't understand why the city would give a building instead of retaining control of it, so that if this organization is not conducting themselves in a manner that is fit with standards that the city should hold, that they can get that back. I am deeply concerned that the city acts in a way that is very disparate for Hispanics. People should know about the great-grandson or some family to Mr. Atencio, who was kidnapped by the Pueblo Police Department at the inception of this administration, and nothing was ever done about it. Nothing was ever done about it. You guys might want to know about that at a later time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. Next, we have Frank Artiaga. Frank.
Hello, everybody. I'm here to give you an update on the gun exchange program that's conducted by the GAT Alternative Program of Pueblo. To date, we've
Frank,
had over
hit your mic.
100 weapons turned into the Pueblo Police Department. Here? All right. So if you look at the Peace Gangster News that I distributed to you, there's one page in there that has a picture of the guns that we turned in thus far. It takes a long time to get weapons off the street, and according to a letter that it's in the publication from District Attorney Jeff Schostner, and it says to hopefully get those guns off the street before they have a chance to do any crime or some harm. We've got close to 60, 70 hours on the corner that we spent on Glendale and 4th Street. We also have in the publication an article that's entitled "A Diverse Community Needs Diverse Cops." And that's just something that is in the article. If you read it, you'll understand what I'm telling you. I just want to know that we are doing something that's going to be beneficial in the long run, and we appreciate the help that we got from council. This was a little late last year. And there's another article in there from the district attorney, as I said before. I had a question that's been asked to me before, and I said when I was going to council that I would maybe ask this question. Madam Chairman, are you pro-life or are you pro-choice? I think that's a question that was come up many times with the campaigns, and I just wanted to know for their benefit.
This is not the time for the council to answer your questions, Frank.
What's that?
It's not the time for the council to answer your questions.
Oh, there's got to be a good time for protecting the unborn. Anyway, I would just tell you that we're going to keep on doing what we're doing. We've made some progress, and this is what we're trying to do, is to rid this community. All the homicides with guns have been done on the streets. They don't take place anyplace else but on the streets, for that matter. So we need to get those off the streets. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Brian Hund.
Okay, can everyone hear me okay? Okay, thank you, City Council, first for letting me speak this evening. Last summer, I was here and I spoke about an issue, a very big problem that we have in this community, and that's on police corruption. Back then, it was basically just my word from what I experienced. Well, now, I come and I have actual narrated word for word documentation proving every single claim I made. Plus I also have actual recorded video and audio from the police officer's body cam themselves. And it's extremely disturbing what I've discovered. Number one, this involves Corporal Burns and Officer King. You know, I'll argue that, and I'll talk about that Corporal Burns and Officer King had already found me guilty prior to ever even coming to my house. They had already decided to arrest me before ever even meeting me, before ever even interviewing me. It was a done deal. Again, I have the proof on video and audio of that. Even though I understand, you know, that the initial charge was for felony menacing, is what this was. And it's been since thrown out by a judge. But it doesn't change the fact that that is why I was arrested. And that complete, blatant, wantonly act by Corporal Burns is what indeed led to the other crimes that happened. It was getting me removed from my house. See, I was arrested for felony menacing, for escorting this kid out of my house and telling him, quote, "You're lucky you did not hit my daughter," who is back here sitting, "because if you would have hit my daughter, I have a hammer. Now, get the bleep out of my house," as I open the door. For that reason, Corporal Burns had come and he said, and this is after even the Officer King and Corporal Burns conspiring, trying to decide how they could arrest me at the back of my hallway. Just those two. I have that all on video. Corporal Burns then came up the hallway and said, "Okay, Mr. Hund, turn around, place your hands behind your back." That's it. I guess reading Miranda rights is a thing of the past now. It was in this situation. Once I was arrested and removed, Officer King stayed back, called the perpetrator back, went back into my house, and allowed this perpetrator to rummage through my house and steal whatever he wanted. Again, it's all on video, audio and video. Officer King is even on video saying, "Take whatever you want." On video. She says, "Take this load out to the car, come back, take whatever you want." Also, which is another crime by Officer King and Corporal Burns, conspiring to do this, this perpetrator said, "Oh, I think there might be some of my items in this locked vehicle out in the driveway." Well, the locked vehicle had nothing to do with why they were even there. Officer King said, "Sure, go ahead, get the key off the key ring. You can go out there and rummage through that vehicle and take whatever you want out of that too." All on video. He took about 3 bags of stuff out of that vehicle. He even took a $100 and some charger that I bought for my daughter. It's all on video. It's despicable. And the thing is, the scary thing, the really scary thing is, this could happen to any of us here. Anybody sitting here today in this room, this could happen to you as well. And I guarantee you this, I absolutely guarantee you that this is not the first time this has happened. It happened once, I guarantee you it's happened many, many other times to other citizens in this community. I'm just the only one with a strong enough backbone to stand up and say something about it. Now, Corporal Burns and Officer King directly violated my first constitutional amendment right and my 4th constitutional amendment right. That right there abolishes these 2 officers from claiming governmental immunity.
Mr. Hund, that concludes your time.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you. Next speaker is Elvis Martinez.
Thank you. You know, I have a real issue with public forum a lot of times when folks come up here and just make accusations. And a lot of folks, they watch the council meetings and they'll watch it to the end of public forum and then they just drop off. I mean, you can sit there and watch it happening, everybody just dropping off on Facebook. I want everybody to know that the gentleman that talked earlier, Gus Garcia, that was implying that Laura Solano's cousin got $1 million and some other developer got money because he donated to the mayor's campaign without any background. This man, Gus Garcia, is a sexual offender. He's in the sexual offender registry and a pedophile. So for those of you at home that are listening to this, take that into account.
I'm a pedophile?
Mr. Garcia.
I'm not a pedophile. I'm not registered as
You're
a
out
pedophile.
of order, sir.
So she is
You're
libelous
out of
in her
order,
comments.
sir.
And I'll tell you,
Mr. Garcia, please stop.
no, I'm going to tell you something.
Mr. Garcia,
You individuals are disgusting representatives.
you're out
this
of order.
city
Mr.
who are
Ortega,
always-
can you please remove
always
Mr. Garcia?
Anyone can pull this gentleman up
Hispanic community negative.
under the Colorado Bureau of Investigation
Mr.
Sexual
Garcia.
Offenders.
Miss Winter.
Mr.
Mr. Garcia. Mr. Ortega, please.
I'm not going to sit here and listen during public forum to somebody like you with an unexcusable act. You're disgusting.
I'm leaving.
Counselor Maestri.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Counselor Winter here as far as you read the sign-up sheet and you know what you're allowed to say and what you don't say. And it seems like there's a lot of times that we're crossing the line to the